the magical adventure picture. You're about to embark on the most extraordinary journey of your life, and it all begins with a single gentle touch on your nose. Right now, as you settle into your cozy spot, something absolutely magical is waiting to unfold. Now, before we dive into this incredible adventure, let's get you properly comfortable, shall we? Find that perfect position where your body can truly unwind. Go on. Give yourself permission to adjust that pillow. Move your hair away from your face. Have a little scratch if you need to. Your body knows what it wants, so let it wiggle and settle until it finds that sweet spot of complete relaxation. Here's the thing about your mind. It's probably chattering away right now, isn't it? Bouncing between what happened earlier today and what's coming up tomorrow. That's perfectly normal. Love, your brain is just having its own little wiggle, much like your body did moments ago. Let those thoughts drift by like clouds in a summer sky. Don't fight them. Just acknowledge they're there and gently bring your attention back to this moment. Take a lovely, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it there for just a few seconds, and now let it flow out slowly through your mouth. Beautiful. The secret tonight is making your exhale longer than your inhale. If it helps, count gently to yourself. There's no rush. No pressure. Just breathe at your own rhythm and feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into this peaceful state. Tonight's adventure is rather special because you're going to transform. Yes, you heard that right. You're about to become any animal you choose. Close your eyes and have a think. What creature calls to you? Perhaps a graceful cat with emerald eyes, maybe a playful fox with russet fur, or something completely different. What color is your coat? Is it midnight black, golden amber, or perhaps spotted like dappled sunlight? What about your eyes? Are they bright and curious, or deep and knowing? Do you have any special markings, stripes, patches, or maybe a distinctive tail? Take a moment to really see yourself in this new form. Feel how it might be to move in this body, to experience the world through these new senses. Now, then, let's begin properly. You're resting in a house you know well, curled up in your absolute favorite spot. It might be a sunny windowsill, a soft cushion by the fire, or perhaps that perfect corner where you can see everything happening around you. The house is quiet. Now, you can hear distant footsteps echoing down the hallway as someone heads out through the front door. The familiar tick-tock of the living room clock creates a gentle rhythm that seems to pulse through the very floorboards beneath you. This is one of those perfect moments, isn't it? When you have absolutely nothing pressing to do, and you're not feeling the least bit restless. The entire day stretches ahead of you like an open book, filled with possibilities. You're just pondering what delightful mischief you might get up to when something rather extraordinary happens. A gentle, cool nose boops yours. Your eyes flutter open to discover a beautiful black and white cat gazing at you with the most mischievous expression you've ever seen. There's something magical dancing in those eyes, a spark of adventure that immediately mirrors in your own gaze. This, you realize, is no ordinary house cat. This is someone very special indeed. Without any words being spoken, you understand perfectly. It's time for an adventure. You stretch luxuriously, feeling every muscle wake up and let out a magnificent yawn that seems to stretch on forever. Your new companion waits patiently, giving his paw a quick clean while keeping one eye on you. When you're ready, he gives you a little nod that clearly asks, "Shall we then?" And you nod back enthusiastically. Off he trots towards the front door, his tail swishing with purpose. Rather magically, the door swings open as you both approach, and together you step out into a quiet residential street that smells absolutely divine. The scent hits you first, that wonderful smell of fresh rain on warm earth. It's clear there's been a brief shower, but the sun is already working its magic, turning each droplet on the grass into tiny prisms of light. It's that perfect time of mid-afternoon when most of the humans are tucked away at work, leaving the neighborhood blissfully peaceful for creatures like yourselves. Your companion leads the way down the garden path towards the road, and you can't help but notice how you both move with such confidence. You strut along as if you own the place, and perhaps, in some magical way, you do. All around you, squirrels chatter and scamper through the trees, while songbirds add their sweet melodies to the afternoon air. The sun feels absolutely glorious on your back as you walk, its warmth seeping through your fur. But what's truly breathtaking are the trees lining the street. They're all adorned in the most vibrant pink blossoms you've ever seen. The air is thick with the scent of apple blossoms, so sweet and intoxicating it makes your whiskers twitch with delight. These magnificent trees seem to be dancing, their bright crowns swaying gently in the soft breeze, as if they were moving to the rhythm of the birds' songs and the squirrels chattering. A cool breeze brushes against your cheeks, carrying with it the most magical sight. Fuchsia petals swirling through the air like nature's own confetti, creating little whirlwinds of pink magic all around you. As you watch these tumbling rose-colored eddies dance in the wind, you suddenly realize your black and white friend has gotten quite a bit ahead of you. You quicken your pace, your paws patting against the warm pavement that's now completely dry from the sun. With each step, the ground releases that wonderfully earthy, almost Moorish scent that makes you want to breathe even deeper. When you reach the crossroads, your companion stops and gazes across at the wooded area behind an empty playground. The trees in the distance seem to beckon, swaying gently in the forest breeze. After a quick glance left and right, more out of courtesy than necessity. Really, since the street is completely deserted, your friend crosses the road. There's a small curb lined with the softest grass verge you've ever seen. The grass has been allowed to grow a bit wild here, creating what looks like a feathery emerald carpet beneath your paws. Each step feels like walking on silk as you make your way towards the tan patch of playground sand. Now, you might expect sand to be scorching hot in this afternoon sun, but as your front paw touches it, you're pleasantly surprised. Instead of heat, it feels like the most perfect warm blanket. So inviting it almost seems to whisper, "Come, have a little rest." The cozy sensation spreads through your entire body with each step, sending waves of calm through you as you and your friend saunter across this toasty tan blanket of sand. Eventually, you reach the far edge where the playground meets the forest proper. Between you and the tree line lies a strip of wildflowers and grass that takes your breath away. Tall viridescent strands reach skyward, each one balanced with colorful blossoms on their sun-seeking tips. The flower heads bob and weave in the breeze, looking for all the world like beach balls being bounced around by an invisible crowd. A stronger breeze picks up now, and the wildflowers bow their crowns of blue, yellow, and red in what can only be described as a respectful greeting. It's as if they're bowing to you and your companion, welcoming you to their magical realm. Standing air surrounded by this natural beauty, you've never felt more calm or connected to the world around you. Passing through this towering foliage, you discover a small, well-trodden path just wide enough for both of you to walk comfortably side by side. The path is made of dark, ruddy brown clay. But what makes it truly special are the beautiful shining rocks embedded within it, each one laced with veins of quartz. You pause to admire these sparkling gems hidden among the dust of the pathway. Looking closer, you can see deep purple veins running through the stones. This path is actually strewn with amethyst. Through the gaps in the tree branches above, sunlight filters down and illuminates these precious stones, refracting stunning shades of purple along the entire nestled path. The light dances and shimmers, making it appear as if fairies are flitting by or perhaps dancing along this enchanted dirt track. On either side of this magical amethyst pathway, brambles heavy with raspberries and blackberries line the trail. The berries smell absolutely divine, their colors popping like little gems hidden within the green thicket. You stop to properly take in the aroma and beauty of this secret jeweled undergrowth. The scent is complex and mild, hints of acidic tartness from the unripe fruit blend perfectly with the candy's fragrance of the perfectly ripened berries. The blackberries are in various stages of maturity, creating a symphony of scents that range from sharp and tangy to the rich, wine-like sweetness of the darkest purple ones. The raspberries are almost impossibly red and as large as your paw. Their scrumptiously tart and sweet aroma fill in your senses so completely you can practically taste them. Just as you're getting completely lost in this sensory feast, you feel a gentle tap of a paw on your paw. Your sleepy companion reminds you, with infinite patience, that this is merely the beginning of your journey together. You take one last lingering look at these magnificent berry bushes before continuing through the forested area. The brambles and ruddy path gradually give way to the softest carpet of whites and greens, mossas, and lichen that smell deeply of trees. In various states of peaceful decay, your paws sink slightly into this verdant carpet, leaving little imprints as you prance along. Each step releases wafts of pungent, woody undergrowth that lifts to your sharp animal senses. The earthy forest scent provides a beautiful contrast to the sweetness of the berries you've just left behind. Lifting your head to look for your feline friend, you spot him ahead, near some magnificent tall, ancient trees. These trees have low-hanging branches covered in bluish-green coniferous needles, and their dark brown trunks are gnarled with age, full of knots and character. The ridges and furrows in the bark look absolutely perfect for a good scratch. You find your companion using one of these trees to scratch his jawline and ear, and the invitation is too good to resist. As you rub your back against the textured bark, you gaze upward. The soft sun filters through the branches above, creating a flickering light show of gentle greens. The air here is beautifully cool, and the breeze is softer somehow, creating a natural sanctuary of peace and quiet, of perfect calm and contentment. When you've both had your fill of tree scratches, your black and white guide leads you to a clearing where sunlight streams down to kiss the forest floor. What opens before you is absolutely breathtaking. A meadow of sweet grass and wildflowers that seems to stretch on forever. There's a narrow path with grass gently pushed to either side, and with each swish of your tail through this soft grass, a sweet, vanilla-like fragrance is released into the air. The long grass has the most delicate, thin blades that seem to reach so high they could almost touch the brilliant cerulean sky above. The sun is still wonderfully warm and bright, but down here among the grass and flowers, the temperature is absolutely perfect. Small puffs of cotton-like clouds drift lazily overhead, taking on interesting shapes that spark your imagination. The endless grass sways gently in the breeze, creating the illusion of an ocean made entirely of infinite green waves. Lupins, irises, and delphiniums dance among the sea of sweet grass, while the cool wind lifts vibrant butterflies and buzzing bees from flower to flower. The low, contented buzzing of the bees makes you smile to yourself, especially when you notice how much harder they have to flap their iridescent wings when their little bodies are completely covered in pollen. The butterflies seem particularly curious about you, fluttering around as if wondering what sort of exotic flower you might be. The first one to investigate is quite large. When its wings are fully open, it's almost the size of your face. The deep scarlet and orange papery wings are offset by matte black veining, giving the entire butterfly the appearance of a living stained glass window. Many others flit by, one as small as the tip of your tail, but with the most wonderful red tubing gradient on its delicate wings. But the most magical of all is a deep orchid-winged butterfly with a soft black fuzzy body. It lands ever so gently on your nose, as if it wants to tell you personally just how beautiful it finds this moment. The purple wings have tiny gold flecks scattered across them like freckles, and when the sun catches these golden spots, they light up and sparkle like stars. Eventually, the butterflies move on, having decided that while you're quite lovely, you're probably not actually a flower after all. As you take in the soft grass and wildflowers around you, you notice birds darting from perch to perch, gathering soft down and twigs from the glade. A small robin carefully collects fluffy seeds from nearby milkweed in his tiny beak before flying over to join a larger robin. Their rust-colored bellies and rich brown back feathers create a beautiful contrast against the sea of green surrounding them. These two birds are clearly gathering materials to build a nest, preparing to settle down for the season. Watching them makes you suddenly aware of how much you'd love to lie down for a little rest during this adventure. Your sleepy companion seems to read your mind, finding a beautifully padded area to rest among the fragrant greenery. Even better, he shows you a small patch of fresh catnip growing wild among the grass. The fresh, minty taste awakens all your senses and refreshes both your body and mind. The cooling sensation makes your whiskers twitch with delight with every breath you take. With this new excitement bubbling up inside you, you simply can't resist tumbling and rolling in the mint, catnip, and sweet vanilla grass. The divine aroma completely envelops you, and it feels as though it's cleansing your very soul. Your lovely friend joins in this joyful dance among the sweet-smelling vegetation. Your rolling and tumbling attracts the attention of a few curious little birds who gather to see what's causing all the rustling in the grasses. Your sleepy companion starts to chirp and click at these feathered visitors, almost as if he's telling them the most amusing stories. You join in slowly at first, but it begins to feel wonderfully reminiscent of giggling. And before you know it, you're in full chirping laughter with both the birds and your magical friend. Just then, the birds suddenly take flight, dashing across the meadow towards the trees in what seems like an invitation to play. You and your friend leap up immediately, unable to resist joining this delightful chasing game. The grass and flowers blur on either side as you bound forward, your furry paws barely seeming to touch the ground. It's almost as if you're flying, your heart pounding a joyful rhythm with every deep breath you take. Just when you think you might actually take off and soar into that impossibly blue sky, you burst through the grass and find yourself back in the wooded area. You gallop from root to root, chasing the birds with your companion until they let out mischievous farewell cackles and disappear up into the emerald green canopy above. As the forest becomes still and quiet once more, your heartbeat gradually settles and your breathing slows to a peaceful rhythm. The gentle breeze brings back those wonderful scents of earth and moss. Toppled trees in the early stages of decomposition create the perfect environment for the most enchanting mushrooms to pop up through the forest floor. Colorful caps emerge like tiny umbrellas, while large tangled roots crest the mossy floor, looking remarkably like whales leaping gracefully out of a calm ocean. As you walk over to examine these roots more closely, you discover something absolutely charming. Nestled deep in the crooks and crevices is a little family of mushrooms. They look so perfectly quaint, tucked away in the burrows of the roots, like a fairy tale village in miniature. These delightful fungi have short, stocky bodies that are smooth and pale yellow, and each one appears to be wearing a tiny hat decorated with intricate brown laced-like gills. Their rich, earthy smell fills you with such profound peace that you can feel your eyelids growing just a touch heavier. You flop your furry body down next to these magical mushrooms and roll your back against the tree root, your soft paws flopping contentedly on your stomach as you indulge in one final, luxurious back scratch. After rolling back to your feet and giving yourself a quick grooming session, you look around to find your feline friend watching you with amusement. With a gentle nod from the black and white cat, you understand it's time to begin the journey home. You walk back towards the meadow and notice that the sun has warmed it even more comfortably now. The once steaming wildlife has wisely moved into the cooler surrounding forest for the afternoon. You work your way around the edge of the meadow, staying in the blessed shade of the trees until you reach a grove of the most incredibly dense, soft moss you've ever encountered. Instinctively, you taste the air, letting your animal senses take complete control. The delightful freshness of the forest is a revelation. Experiencing it through these heightened senses is like discovering a whole new world. The moss here is softer and thicker than anywhere else you've been today. It has patches of sweat-textured lichen, with each branch of moss reaching out like the silvery gray antlers of microscopic reindeer. The lime green moss that tops these tiny antlers looks like soft miniature fir needles. It's remarkable. This represents an entire world, but on such a small scale that, as a human, You would never have noticed such intricate beauty, but your animal eyes pick up every color and texture with crystal clear definition, revealing a landscape that's both familiar and utterly magical. Following this mossy jungle, you find yourself back on the trail leading to those jeweled brambles you discovered earlier. The sun is sitting lower in the sky now, and its slanted rays show each berry in perfect detail, illuminating their various stages of ripeness, like heavenly light streaming through a stained glass window. The brambles glow with every shade of emerald and lime, purples and reds and pinks, creating a tapestry of natural beauty. Your sleepy companion finds the small, well-trodden path through this gemmed shrubbery and lets out the gentlest mute to call you over. You'll follow at a leisurely pace, but you can't resist. Turning back one last time to capture a final memory of that magical meadow before you leave this enchanted woodland behind. You're greeted once again by the wildflowers and tall grass that separate the forest from the playground. The breeze has almost completely died away now, so the blades and stems stand perfectly still and tall, stretching upward towards the sun like natural cathedral spires. Looking across the path, you can see the playground is still wonderfully empty. You slink through the grass, back onto the sand, and immediately feel its warmth after the cooler atmosphere under the dense forest canopy. The sand sparkles with every step and shift of your gaze, like a miniature desert filled with the finest glitter. As you cross this magical sandbox, you step carefully around small treasures left behind by children at play. To you right, a couple of glass beads catch the light, one pink, one turquoise, both gleaming like tiny jewels. Further along to your left, there's a small key, probably meant for a toy box or diary, now part of this playground's collection of forgotten treasures. By the time you reach the edge where the manicured lawn begins, your paws are absolutely grateful for the cool touch of grass. Your sleepy companion waits patiently for you at the road's edge, understanding perfectly that you want to fully embrace every sensation of being in this wonderful animal form. You take one more slow, deep breath, still completely enraptured by this incredible adventure, before joining your feline guide to cross the road together back into your familiar street. The wind has stopped completely now, so those magical swirls of pink petals have ceased their dancing. But walking down your street is still just as enchanting as before. Perhaps even more so. Pink blossoms now coat the road, the pavement, and many of the lawns like nature's own carpet. That familiar apple blossom scent lifts into the air with each step you take, creating a fragrant trail guiding you home. The thought of home makes your heart feel absolutely light. There truly is nothing quite like returning home after a magnificent adventure. Your body is excited to relax in complete comfort, and you let out an enormous, uncontrollable yawn as you finally reach your house. Your companion's tail twitches once more, and magically, the door swings open to let you both inside. There, in the main sitting room on the dark mahogany floor, is a perfect beam of golden sunlight. This bright patch among the dark wood beckons to you like that sweet grass meadow in the forest. It has the warmth of the sand in the playground and that ever-soothing irreplaceable smell of home. You sit down and carefully clean your paws before flopping down into the most comfortable position imaginable. Your eyelids become beautifully heavy, and your sleepy companion quietly leaves you to rest. This truly is the perfect ending to a perfect adventure. Curling up in this warm sunbeam and drifting into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. And as you sink into this blissful slumber, you carry with you all the magical memories of your extraordinary journey. The dancing pink petals, the sparkling amethyst path, the sweet vanilla grass, those magnificent butterflies, and the profound peace of the enchanted forest. Sweet dreams, dear adventurer, until your next magical journey begins. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. May you find deep peace and restful sleep. Wishing you the sweetest dreams. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.